Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to a great day of learning. We are your teachers. I am Shakita Jackson.
And I'm Dr. Wellbody. We are so glad to be with you all today for tons of fun, reading, and knowledge.
We have a great learning goal for today. We're going to continue our learning about the human body. We will learn about the body's framework, the skeletal system. Our focus standards today are RI 1.3 and SL 1.2. We're going to hear from Dr. Wellbody again as she continues to explain different systems that are found in our bodies.
Remember, our human bodies are amazing and made up of many different systems. And each system is made up of many different organs or parts that do special jobs for the human body.
Also, the human body is made up of different systems, and each system has a special job to help the body function.
You're right, Shakita. All of the systems work together to keep our bodies alive and healthy.
Today, you will be learning to identify and tell basic facts about the skeletal system.
I can't wait. I'm just so excited. But before we get going, let's look at some of those words we'll need to know for our story today. And then we can learn all about the skeletal system.
That sounds great. It looks like our first word is joint. But before we get to that, boys and girls, I'm going to give you the word, and when I say what word, I want you to repeat that word. So let's look at our anchor chart. All right. My word is joint. What word? Yes, joint. Joint is the place where two bones meet.
I think about a ballerina. The ballerina used her hip joints to lift her leg high into the air.
All right, that was great. Now, our next word is skeletal system. What word? Yes, skeletal system.
The skeletal system is where all of the bones are linked to support the body. They help give it shape, protect its organs, and help make movement possible.
Yes. Now, in an adult, 206 bones make up the skeletal system. I know that much, you all. All right. Now, our next word is skeleton. What's the word? Yes, skeleton.
A skeleton is a frame that supports the body and helps give it shape.
Yes. So, in science classrooms, you may see a skeleton on display for study purposes. All right, boys and girls, our next word is skull. What word? Yes, skull.
A skull is the helmet-shaped bone that protects your brain, and it supports the muscles in a person's face.
All right, boys and girls, let's do something really quickly. Lightly touch your head for me. Let's touch. Do you feel how hard it is? Is it hard?
Ooh, mine's super hard.
Yes. This is your skull that is protecting your brain.
You're so right. And since the brain is one of my favorite organs, it is so important that we have the skull to protect it.
Yes.
So I want you to kind of think about a cell phone. We all use those these days. And carrying a cell phone around without a case would be like walking around with just your brain and no skull. Ooh, that would be so scary. The skull protects the brain.
Yes, boys and girls. Now, our next word is spine. What word? Yes, spine.
So the spine is the column of bones that forms the backbone of some skeletons. So when Miss Shakita comes back, we can kind of think about this. All along her back right here, this is where her spine is. So we can also sometimes think about characters in a scary movie. If they are scared, they might get a shiver up their spine. And the spine's main job is to support the body. Also super duper important.
Yes. All right. Now, our next word is support. What word? Support. Yes.
And so sometimes when we need to hold up something or somebody, that's what we do to support them. It's so they don't fall down.
Yes.
So if we even look right here, I have some examples of some different organs in our body. And right here on my kidney, this stand is supporting the kidney.
Yes, and we know you all know what the word support means. So when you think about when building a house, construction workers must build from the ground up to support the house. You cannot build the roof before you build the walls because the walls support the roof.
The skeletal system is supporting the shape of our bodies. I want you to think for a second.
Yeah.
What would we all look like without a skeleton to support us? Ooh, that would be scary. We'd be big globs on the floor.
Yes, I do not want to imagine that. All right, boys and girls. So before we get into our story, let's review all of the new vocabulary words before we learn all about our skeletal system.
That sounds like a great idea. We want to make sure we're prepared before we read.
Yeah, so we're going to go back to our anchor chart so that we can actually discuss each vocabulary word. All right, so first we have joint. Now, joint is the place where two bones meet.
Right, and next we have skeletal system. And the skeletal system is the system of all of our bones linked together to support the body, give it shape, protect its organs, and help make movement possible.
Oh, yeah. All right, so now we have the skeleton. And the skeleton is a frame that supports the body and gives its shape.
Great job. Our next word is skull. And remember, the skull is a helmet-shaped bone that protects the brain and supports the muscles in a person's face.
All right, our final word is spine. And we know that spine is the column of bones that forms the backbone of some skeletons. And we also had a bonus word, didn't we?
We did. Our bonus word for today is support, which means to hold up something or somebody so that it or he will not fall down.
Definitely. So I am ready to learn more about these words today. Boys and girls, are you ready to learn more about the human body from Dr. Wellbody? Great. I am too.
Awesome. So we're going to look at some slides together. I brought my favorite slideshow back, and we're going to learn all about the skeletal system. So let's look at these slides to learn all about the different parts of the skeletal system. We're going to see how our bodies are supported by the bones and how we can keep our bodies healthy. So take a close look at this picture. We want you to think about how many bones are found in the human skeletal system. How many bones do you think there are? Well, let me tell you. There are 206 bones found in the adult human skeleton. Whew, that is a lot of bones. Was that more or less than you thought? Well, we all have skeletons in our bodies. All of the bones that make up the skeleton work together in a system called the skeletal system. So again, the bones in your body are what make up the skeletal system. Did you ever think that a skeleton was just a scary thing that you might see in a movie or on Halloween? Well, I, Dr. Wellbody, am here to tell you that there is a lot more to a skeleton than that. We are about to explore some facts about your skeleton and mine. That's right. We all have skeletons hidden underneath the body's biggest organ, our skin. A person's skeleton is made up of bones, and again, about 206 in all. So many bones. If you did not have a hard skeleton like this to support you, your body would be as soft and floppy as a rag doll's. Feel your arm for me. Feel up and down your arm. Ooh, did you feel some hard things? That hard thing inside is a bone or a few bones. Bones give your body that shape, and they protect the softer parts that are inside of us. If you touch the sides of your chest, everybody do that. Touch the sides of your chest. Ooh, did you feel some of those hard bones? Those bones are called ribs. They look something like bars on a cage. In fact, this part of your body is called your rib cage. It protects your heart and your lungs. Now, again, I want you to take your finger out. I want you to lightly tap on your head to feel the bone called your skull. I want everybody to touch your skull. Remember, it's that helmet that is made up of flat bones. So your skull is more than one bone. It is made up of flat bones, and your skull protects your brain. Bones are so amazing, but I think the skull might be my favorite section of bones because my brain is so squishy, and without it, it would be exposed. Did you know that one bone in your ear is as small as a grain of rice? That is absolutely wild. Now, your bones are actually not very heavy because they are filled with a light, spongy material called marrow. Yet, our bones are stronger than steel. And if you happen to break a bone, the broken ends will heal by growing together again. Isn't that amazing? Our bones are strong and they support us, but even if they break, they're strong enough to heal back. A joint is a place where two bones meet or join together. Bones cannot bend. Again, remember they're hard, right? But at a joint where the bones connect in ways that let us move and bend our bodies. I want everybody to stand up, and I want you to try bending your knees. Ooh, good job. Keep bending your knees. Okay, now stand up straight again. Do it again. Bend your knees. Ooh, good. Okay. What did you notice? Did you notice how your knees moved forward and back like hinges on a door? But your knees cannot bend in the other direction, right? They can only bend forward. That is how your knee joint works. Now look at that yellow arrow in that slide. That is pointing to where the top of your leg meets the rest of your body. That's your hip joint. It's like a ball on the end of one bone that fits into a socket or an opening in the shape of a bowl on another. So sometimes if you make a fist and then you put your other hand around your fist, this is how your hip joint works. It lets you move your leg up and down and turn so that you can kick, walk, run, and jump. Now I want you to touch your wrist. Move your wrist around. You can turn it back and forth, roll it all around. Your wrist contains lots of tiny bones and different sorts of joints. These joints let you draw, write, and even throw a ball. Look on my slide and look at that red arrow that you see on the x-ray. That's pointing to your wrist joint. Can you think of any other places in your body where there are joints? Good, I heard some people say your elbow, even there are joints in your fingers. Excellent job. We have so many joints all over our body. Now, I want you to take a hand, and I want you to run your hand down the middle of your back. Ooh. Did you feel the line of small little bones that runs up and down your back? Those small bones are called vertebrae. Each vertebrae is a joint. Together, they let you bend and twist your body in different directions. Okay, this is what I want you to do next. I want you to turn and look over your right shoulder, and then turn and look over your left shoulder. So you're twisting your body. That's all thanks to those vertebrae in your spine. Thanks, vertebrae. Your spine covers your spinal cord, which is a part of another system that we're going to learn about later, but it's also super important. Your amazing skeletal system is made up of bones that are linked together to support your body. They give you shape, they protect your organs, and they help you move. Would you like to hear about a rhyme about my skeleton? Ooh, I knew you would. I just love rhyming. So here it goes. Without my hidden skeleton, I could not stand up tall. And so, hooray for bones, I say. 206 in all. Let's say it all together now. I want you to repeat after us. Here it goes. Without my hidden skeleton,
Without my hidden skeleton,
I could not stand up at all.
I could not stand up tall.
And so, hooray for bones, I say.
And so, hooray for bones, I say.
206 in all.
206 in all.
Good job, friends. Did you hear? I tried to add in an extra rhyme there. Instead of tall, I said all.
Yes.
But tall and all rhyme. Well, that's all for now. All right, so again, let's show how we can move our skeletons. Everybody show us. How can you move your skeletons? You can twist. Good job, everybody. Whoa. That is so cool that our bodies can do that. Tomorrow, we are going to learn about another system that works with your skeletal system to help you move.
All right, so now we're going to ask some questions based off the information that we have just learned about the skeletal system. Are you ready? Great. We are too.
So I remember talking about certain bones that protect our heart and our lungs. They are right here. Do you remember what those bones are called? What are those bones called that protect your heart and your lungs? They're right here.
Oh, I think I heard one of our friends say rib cage. If you said rib cage, you are correct.
Ooh, good job. And I even brought a picture of our heart, and I'm so glad that our rib cage protects our heart. So let's think of another one.
Okay.
What about the skull bone? It's located here at the top of your head. Anybody remember what it's protecting?
I do remember you talking about what it is protecting. Do you, boys and girls? What does that skull bone protect?
Oh, yes. I heard someone say the brain. Again, Dr. Wellbody's favorite organ. If you said the brain, then yes, you are absolutely correct.
All right, here's another question for you guys. The spine is made up of bones called the vertebrae. Where is your spine located? We did a good demonstration earlier.
Ooh, yeah, that is a good question. Everyone think really hard. Where is your spine located?
Oh, great. I heard down your back. Good job, boys and girls. We know that joints connect our bones to help us bend. Can you name some places in your body where joints are located?
We have a few places that have joints in our bodies. What do you guys think? Think really hard. Where are those joints? Good. If you said knees, elbows, hips, even our shoulders, our ankles, our wrists, our fingers, and even our toes.
Oh, yeah.
You named a joint. Great job. So many joints.
All right, so we need your help to identify different parts of the skeletal system on our skeleton. Do you think they are ready to help us, Dr. Wellbody?
Ooh, I really do think they're ready. What do you say, boys and girls? Want to help us? Great. I think they are ready now, Shakita.
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to look at our picture that Dr. Wellbody shared with us earlier today.
Perfect. Yes. Okay. So let's try to identify what these yellow arrows are pointing to. And you see there are 5 different yellow arrows. What do you think those arrows are all pointing to?
Very good. The yellow arrows are pointing to the joints of the skeleton. Remember, joints are where bones meet to help us bend. All right, so now look at what the green arrow is pointing to. So just think about that.
What do we call that bone that the green arrow is pointing to?
Oh, I heard a lot of students get this one correct. If you said the skull, then you are right.
Awesome. And remember, what is the skull protecting? Yes, the brain. Good job.
All right, boys and girls. So now find the red arrow. This is pointing to the bones that are protecting our heart and lungs.
Ooh, what was the name of this group of bones that protects your heart and your lungs?
All right, excellent, boys and girls. It is our rib cage.
Okay, look very carefully on that slide. A little white arrow just appeared down the middle of the skeleton. What could that white arrow be pointing to or representing?
Who remembers what are these bones called? That is right. This is our backbone and our skeleton. Good job.
Excellent job. Yes, this is our spine.
All right, finally, this entire thing is a picture of a what? What is this, boys and girls? We say you may find these in science classrooms. What is it?
Ooh, good. I heard somebody say it. It's a skeleton. Great job, boys and girls. You did a fabulous job.
All right, skeletons are not something that we just see during Halloween or a scary movie. We carry one around with us every single day. And we should be pretty thankful too. Without our skeleton, we would not have our body shape. We would not be able to move, and our organs would not be protected. I have had so much fun today, Dr. Wellbody. Boys and girls, we hope you've enjoyed learning all about the skeletal system with us. We definitely look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon.
Yes. Please join us again soon as we continue to learn all about the systems of our bodies. Thanks for doing your very best today, scholars. Be sure to share something you learned today with someone in your home.
All rights and credits for today's lesson belong to Core Knowledge Language Arts. We would like to thank them for publicly sharing these valuable resources. The views and opinions expressed in this lesson are those of the Core Knowledge authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Mississippi Department of Education. Thank you all for joining us today, boys and girls. We will see you next time.